What's up, homie? There we are. What's up, all y'all? I decided to start early. Let me get that thing off the camera. How do I get that off? Come on, Frankie. Brain power. Where's the brain power? There it is. Hey, check it out. Got a new camera. Very exciting. I like this one pretty good though, but it kind of does the faded background thing. I don't know. To hell with it. Trying all kinds of video studio stuff just to make this stuff easier, but that's probably not why you're here. You're probably here because of the title, which is all about this whole deal with Facebook. Now, what are you trying to? I'm trying to get something right on my screen. Hang on, I'll show you what I'm trying to do. Let's see here. Look at that. I'm trying to get rid of this. Don't think I'm going to break anything. Cool. All right, I'll show you this stuff in a minute. But let's get down to it. All right. So here, we'll come back to me for a minute. You've probably heard or seen or whatever articles about how Apple's new iOS update is going to make Facebook ads not work anymore. And oddly enough, one of the folks on my team was like, dude, what are we going to do about this Facebook Apple update thing? And I think there's going to be a lot of fear mongering around it. I think there already has been. And I just want to let you know, it's probably nothing. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I took the time to read what Facebook actually put out about it. So keyword here is probably. Okay, so let's go over here to the old screen. Not that one, that one, so we can have my head in it because that's just hilarious to me. Okay, so here's the deal, all right? This is how it's going to affect your business. So this is straight off the Facebook page. So here's who should worry about it, and here's who shouldn't. Who should worry about it? Probably, someone's at my other door. Who should probably worry about it is app developers. So if you're selling an app, and like people are downloading your app and you want to track them through that way, it's probably gonna suck. Everybody else probably gonna be okay because of this right here. All right. So here's the deal. Like if you track stuff on Facebook in terms of like if people opt in or if they buy your stuff, you're probably using the Facebook conversion pixel. Duh. Well, iOS, they're like, dude, they're making changes. It's going to block the pixel. Well, number one, they've always blocked the pixel since like 2018. Number two, not really. If you go to this page, which is like on the screen, let's see if I can put this in the chat for you just so you can read it yourself. I'm going to try to. Hell, I don't know how to. I'm using Ecamm Live, and of course I haven't read the directions because that would be dumb. So I don't know how to put the damn link in the chat. So sorry. Anyways, this page right here, facebook.com, blah, 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 billion numbers. So here's the thing, okay? Here's what you got to do. This is how it's going to affect us, right? This is how we're all going to die and we need to go buy someone's course, okay? Plan to operate with 8 conversion events per domain. All right, so forgive me if like you're an advanced Facebook person. You're like, dude, I already know this stuff. If you're an advanced Facebook person, just read this page and breathe a sigh of relief. Everybody else, here's what all this stuff means. So a conversion event is something you measure on Facebook. Like when somebody opts in, you measure that. And it like tells you what your results are, right? So that's one conversion event. When someone buys something, that's another conversion event. Most marketers, we measure like that, like 2. Now you can measure a zillion. You can measure a page view, someone starting a checkout, dude, I don't know, other crap, But like really, folks in direct response like us, we can measure that stuff, but we don't really. So you can still measure all that. So you can measure 8 different things. We measure like 2. So, in my business, we're measuring 2. We've been doing okay. So there's that. All right. That's the big change for people who like don't have apps. It says initial configuration and how to change it. So this is another thing, which is, that's nothing. That basically means you need to have only 8 conversion events that you're measuring. All right. Big deal. Nothing to it. The next thing is complete your domain verification. All right. And so what this means is that you have to upload a file to your website and then show Facebook that the file is there, which is really simple. That's like one of 3 ways to do it, actually. So it's nothing, right? It's like totally like if you use ClickFunnels or something, you just paste some crap in ClickFunnels and hit go, and they go, all right, man, I verified it. That's it. The end. It's literally, that's the whole thing, right? So like, here's thing number one that's been released. Like, all right, here's what to do. Now, with everything else, okay, when it comes to apps and stuff, it's a mofo. All right, like Facebook and Apple are button heads on tracking in-app usage from Facebook ads because Apple wants all the revenue. And like, whatever, that's not really, what are we going to do about it? We don't really sell apps. At least I don't. Now, Facebook just released this, and this is beautiful, by the way. So this is like so, I don't know how to describe it. It's so snowflakey. It's like speaking up for small business. And here's what they're saying, right? So I've read this whole thing. I'm going to translate it for you. You can feel free if you want to read it. But they're basically like, Apple's bad. And we're mad at them because they're going to hurt small business. And here's how. All right. And then it's like they're creating a policy about app tracking transparency. Well, dude, like your laundromat, your barber shop, they're not selling apps, dude. Like apps, like the stuff you download. Like what was that one that was really famous years ago? Had the cows and stuff in there. I can't remember. But it's mainly about apps, right? But they're spinning it like, ooh, Then they're hurting small businesses and publishers who are already struggling in a pandemic. Now, check this out. These changes will directly affect their ability to use their advertising budgets, yada, yada, yada. Our studies show without personalized ads, everything could go to hell and we're all dead. Now, look, it doesn't actually say that. I'm paraphrasing, by the way, because I'm a knucklehead and don't want to read the whole thing again. Look at this next sentence. We don't anticipate the proposed iOS 14 changes to cause a full loss of personalization, but rather a move in that direction over the longer term. Here's what I think that means. It's going to be harder eventually to retarget people who have visited your site from an iPhone. That's what that means eventually. Because Safari has been forever blocking tracking pixels. Like I called it the Great Pixel Wars years ago. So dude, like we're probably going to be fine. There's really no need to go out and, get weirded out and stop everything you're doing. You're probably going to be okay. Unless you're selling a downloadable app. Like, what the hell is Farmville? That was it. God, it's going to stay on my brain forever. So I declare shenanigans on the whole thing. I mean, it's unfortunate. I don't know why Apple and Facebook aren't getting along. It's like, dude, just seriously. But whatever. It's unfortunate that you're being exposed to stuff telling you the sky is falling, so give me some money. When in reality, the sky is not falling. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to be okay. Apple's been doing this stuff forever anyway. All right. I'll tell you the cure for it, and this is really self-serving, is intent-based branding. So the way intent-based branding works is we assume that Facebook's tracking is horrible because it kind of is. I'll show you in a minute. We're going to assume that their tracking's terrible anyway, and it's rarely accurate because of stuff like cookies being blocked and all this kind of thing. So we're going to rely on what people do in Facebook instead of what they do on other websites. So the way intent-based branding works is you release content like this, like a video. If someone watches it on Facebook, Facebook is going to know because you can't block that because they're on freaking Facebook, so they're going to know. And then you can retarget them with ads about your stuff. And the whole idea is make the video about the subject matter that your product is relevant to. That's the entire intent-based branding methodology in a very abbreviated form. If you want to see like a simple way that I'm running ads, I'm going to walk you through my campaigns here in a second because I broke them and I figured I might as well show you what an idiot I am and how to fix them. But if you want to, go to frankkern.com/ad class. I think I put it in the title somewhere. If I didn't, somebody please type it in the comments. There is an obvious pitch for a class that costs like a whopping, I think, $40-something. It's a 5-day class. But during the pitch, there's like a 20-minute video. Walks you through what I'm doing. It's not a big deal. So anyway, if you want to learn more about it, go there. But now, let me show you like some cool stuff and some dumb stuff. Let's start with cool stuff. Okay, so as you know, I've been promoting the franksnewoffer.com thing. I see comments moving a lot, but I'm just not I can't look at them while filming. It's messing me up. So sorry, all if I'm not addressing the comments and everything. I can't multitask yet. I haven't figured that part out. Oh, let me go back to me. Look at this. Okay, there we go. As you know, or maybe not, I don't know, been promoting franksnewoffer.com mainly by social, like organic videos like this one, screw around, unbelievably stupid posts on Instagram and stuff. It's been working great, by the way. Just started running ads, I think. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Where are we? Camera Plus, that's it. Yeah, that's the view I was looking for. Okay, just started running ads on, this is the campaign, all right? When did I do it? I think on Saturday. I think I start running those on Saturday. Let's see. Is that doing that? And yeah, or maybe it was Christmas Day. The old brain just says, yeah. All right, cool. So started running ads on Christmas Day. All right, December 25th. So this is pretty cool. All right, so this has been working. Now, look, here's what I mean when I tell you Facebook, their tracking is not the best. I would love to be like, dude, look how great I am at ads and stuff. I spent $300 and made $5,000. I unfortunately did not make $5,000. They over-reported the conversion values on that. This kind of thing happens all the time, by the way. So like, I'm telling you, the whole tracking stuff is, this little iPhone update's not going to really make it much worse than it already is. I just read you what Facebook's telling you we're having to do. We can only track 8 different events. Dude, I track 2, we're going to be okay. So let me show you these real numbers, by the way. So I started this whole campaign and then I expanded it and started it on the 25th, and what's today? The 28th. So here's like how it's doing. It is over-reporting pretty badly. Right here, look at that, dude. It says I spent $1,500 and made $19,000. I wish. That'd be great. Like, I would really be in the Hall of Fame there. I did not, but the cool thing about Facebook is you can put in like special tracking stuff that regardless of whether or not there's a cookie working or whatever, you can still know if it's working. So check it out, y'all. All right, so let me get this out of the way there. Okay, and we'll get our date ranges right. Okay, I hope we're not boring y'all with this. I just figured, I know you're going to be seeing a lot of scare tactic stuff around. I just figured I'd show you like real stuff. Okay, so on the surface, that actually looks like it adds up. I wish it really did, because from the 25th through the 28th, that whole funnel has in fact done like $19,000, but for some reason, it's like tracking everything in here and not just what's coming from the ad. So it hasn't really. So let's start with this little audience right here. This is something called my invisible list. These are people who have watched my videos. They've engaged with my ads. And by that, that's not my website tracking that. That's Facebook tracking that. You can't block that on your phone, as far as I know, because they're watching it on Facebook's platform. So anyone who's been like watching my content and stuff like that, clicking on the ads, commenting, liking for it, like all of that kind of stuff, they're in this thing. They're in this list called my invisible list. That's what it says, warm all. I call them all like warm, it's just my little code name for it, okay? And so obviously this is going to be the one that works the best. All right, so look, when I created the ad for this thing, these ads, by the way, dude, oh my God, these are so beautifully designed. I say that with all sarcasm. Look at that. Look at this, how just absolutely horrible that ad is. I mean, this is, first of all, I took this picture of myself at like, I forgot what it was. I think I'd been up since like 4 and had been in the office and was all sweaty and stuff. And was like, screw it, I'm just going to make this. I made this thing in Bandersnatch. This is the ad. All right, but here, check this out, okay? I got like different versions of it. The only different one is if it's a story. If it's shown in Instagram stories, they see this picture of me and the missus because this thing looked weird in stories. But whatever. So here's the thing. Here's what's pretty cool. Most of y'all probably know this. You can go into Facebook, and if you click on your actual ad, if you click, where are you? Build a URL parameter, you can like pass all kinds of stuff over to your website saying like, hey, here's where the traffic came from. So on this one, what I did, all right, is I said the source equals FB right here. So I did that in the UTM parameter. That means if I come over here, and I know like words like UTM parameter sound awful. If I come over here and I say, okay, let's see everything that came from the source that equals FB, because that's that one ad that's going to my invisible list, we can see that unfortunately in reality, I only made $5,000. So I spent, let's get out of here. I spent 1,500 on that sucker, and it done made me 5. I'll take it. All right. So in the process that I use, I don't like really recommend you go out and spend a whole bunch of money all at once. I like to start kind of small and scale up from there. I've started a little bit bigger on Christmas Day, spent a couple $100 because I knew I was going to my retargeting list. I'm like, it's probably going to work. And, you know, a little $500 test budget wasn't going to kill me if it didn't. But in terms of scaling, the next thing I did was I came over here and I targeted myself. So these are not people who have actually engaged in my ads. These are people who, for some error in judgment, have me as an interest. All right. And so, you know how on Facebook you can target like all kinds of stuff. So here, I'll take you into the characteristics of these guys. What I did was I came down here and, come on, I said, anybody, where's the damn, whose interests match Frank Kern, who lives in like America and Western Europe and stuff like that, but is not already in my warm retargeting list. So it's not really that many people. Look, it's like 140,000 people. Let's show them this ad and see what happens. All right. And in a rare moment of actually doing it properly, okay, I changed the tracking on this. So the source here, I changed it to FK, right? So check this out. All right. So this is weird because this is, I think, like moderately accurate. It's not entirely. You'll see in a minute. All right, so if I go back over here to the ClickFunnels, I can say, okay, show me all the stuff where the source equals FK. All right, and I'm going to click on Apply Filter there. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo, and okay, so $1,500 is what we did in sales, and we done spent $328. On the surface, it looks like I'm a genius, but I ain't that smart because when I scale ad campaigns, what I'll do is I'll take an ad set like this and I'll just duplicate it and then just change the interest. So that's what I did. And then I came over here to this one. Whoops. And I changed the interest. I deleted my name. All right. And I said, let's show it to people who are not interested in me, but they're interested in conversion funnel, or purchase funnel. And I still said, okay, let's not show it to my retargeting list because I'm already hitting them, you know, so I don't want to like double add to them or whatever it is, double serve them. So what I literally just noticed this. I'm like, why is the tracking off on this thing? I literally just noticed before I went live, and I'm going to fix it with y'all so you can see that you don't have to be perfect when you do these kind of things. I forgot to update the tracking. So this whole time I've been going to ClickFunnels, and I'm like, man, I usually would put funnels, because that's the audience. So I'll name my tracking after the audience. I would usually put funnels there in the tracking. And I'm like, damn, it's not really showing the sales. Like the sales aren't adding up, right? Because it's telling me right here that I've sold, let's see, $300 worth, you know? And so that's good. But if I go to ClickFunnels, it's not adding up and something's wrong. Well, what's wrong is I ain't got no damn sense. I forgot to change the tracking in here. So let me show you how to do it because it's simple. So let's say you paste your website in there and you're using like ClickFunnels or, you know, Google Analytics or whatever. This is so easy. What you do is you come over here. First of all, I'm going to get rid of this. All right. So I'm just going to just delete it, all that. All right. So you come up on her. This is how you like are able to track no matter what those knuckleheads whoever does. All right. So I build a URL parameter. And now I'm going to click funnels. I'm just going to say funnels. Looks like I started this earlier and then didn't. Funnels. So, blammo. Now watch. Okay, when you come down here, maybe this thing will cooperate. Where'd you go? Yep, look. So now the source equals funnels. Right, so now when they click on it, it'll actually track it and ClickFunnels, and I got to hit publish. All right, and so then when I make a mistake, I like to make them over and over again. So I literally made the same mistake again. So if we look over here, I think it was like yesterday. Whoops, this one. Yesterday, I started targeting my man Russell just in America, just kind of screwing around. And I'm like, damn, I spent $127. And made $397 there. That's pretty good, or $395. And I come over here to ClickFunnels. I said, well, let's like double check it because, Facebook's tracking can be weird. So his tracking was RB. All right. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on over here. But no, it says 426. That's weird. How come it's not reporting properly? And number one, it's like oftentimes doesn't report properly. But number two, because I'm a knucklehead. So I also scaled to target Brendan, my man Brendan Burchard. And look at this. Come over here, all right? And again, like all I did was in this ad set, the interest is Brendan. This America, they like Brendan instead of Russell. That's nothing, like amazing here. But look what your old buddy Frankie Dunn did. Is, again, I copied the damn thing and didn't set up the tracking right. So I'll fix it for you and show you how I'm fixing it. Okay, so let me make sure there's no URL parameter to get rid of. Well, there's not even one in there. Okay, so I had Russell's in there, but I started to fix it and then stopped because I wanted to walk you all through it. So you just click over here, and I change everything to B. Then I got to hit apply. And then now, look, here it is. Now everything is B. It was RB earlier. I duplicate it and forget to change the stupid tracking. So I'll hit publish there, and then we'll be cool, and it should start publishing. Now Facebook is telling me, let's see, that Brendan's folks are buying okay. They're doing like all right. I spent $43 and I've made 43 exactly. So this is a pretty good start. We'll see. I literally just started this today, but anyway, that's kind of like how you track stuff, sort of, on Facebook. None of this is ever going to be like super accurate, by the way, like down to the freaking penny. At least it's never been that way for me. I've used all kinds of stuff, like Heap Analytics is pretty good. Wicked Reports is pretty good. Hyros is pretty cool. All that stuff is, it's just a pain in the butt, So I kind of redneck it like this, run pretty good amount of ad spend, get pretty good returns. Yeah. I guess the point of the thing is you don't have to be perfect. Don't worry about all this stuff with Apple updating their phones and everything. Things are probably going to be fine. Don't buy into the fear. Keep on pushing forward, and y'all have fun. And if you're into ads and stuff and want to like a deeper dive of it, go to frankkern.com/ad class. Put it in the comments if I forgot to put it in the title, which you never know. It's been more than 20 minutes since I made the title, so I might have forgotten. And enroll in that thing if you want to. The first little 20-minute thing is free, so check that out if you want. All right. Cool. All right. Now my man Bruce here has asked a question, and I cannot really give a straight answer. I don't know. He says, so no major difference in tracking or algorithms. I can't speak to the algorithm, right? So I don't know. But, dude, if we look at what Facebook says, okay, you gotta love this app. What is it? Ecamm Live is what I'm using to stream and do all the different camera angles and stuff. If we look at what our homies in Facebook said, they're like, basically, if you optimize, target, or report on mobile and desktop with web events from Facebook Pixel, that's like when you track if somebody opts in or whatever, or any of our other business tools, here's what you got to do. Plan to operate with 8 conversion events per domain. And so, like I said, a conversion event's a page view, a lead, a purchase, an add to cart, a purchase event initiated, which I don't even know what that really means. So there's 5. A purchase, I might have said that already. Dude, I track leads, page views, purchases. And page views are just clicks, I don't like. So there's 3. So I think we're fine. You know what I mean? Like, okay, whatever. That's like the big thing. There's only 8 different things you can track per domain. It's like, man, if you're tracking more than 8, you're complicated. So that's it, dude. So I think we're good. Really. I predict, this is my prediction. I hereby predict. Can I get that out there? There we go. I predict that a lot of folks are going to try to sell you something and scare the hell out of you with this information. That's my guess. And you can't, it's marketing. So what are you going to do? It's kind of the way humans are. We try to freak each other out so we can control the narrative and get other people to do what we want them to do. But I don't know, dude. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be cool. So don't worry about it. Unless you're selling apps, and then it's the end of the world and we're all going to die. All right. Y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching. Forgot what I pressed. Oh, there we are. It's on the other monitor.